Out of all the 5-star Harmony units there hasn't been anyone that has fallen off harder than Sparkle. Every unit that HSR releases only furthers her relevancy, and now, with the Remembrance Meta just around the corner, I do not believe Sparkle can stand the test of time. First, I'll explain what Sparkle does and how she works. Sparkle, or Hanabi, is a Quantum Harmony 5-star unit that came out with version 2.0. Her elemental skill gives a single unit a massive crit damage boost while advancing their action by 50%, which usually gives them their next turn anyways, similar to Bronya's 100% action advance. Her ultimate restores 4 skill points to the whole team while granting them Cypher, which increases the damage boost her talent gives. Her talent increases the max amount of skill points available by the team by 2, for a total of 7. In addition, when Sparkle and her teammates use skill points, it increases their damage, stacking up to 3 times. Her best relic set is Sacerdoce, Relived, or Deal. As for ornament sets, you can choose pretty much any of these 3. Flee of the Ageless, Broken Keel. This one I'm using for a little bit more energy. You don't have to be too picky. For the best stats, you would want a crit damage body, speed feet, whatever sphere you can do defense or HP, and an energy recharge rope. For subsets, you just want to be looking for speed, as you want your Sparkle to hit that 161 speed breakthrough point. This allows her to go 2 turns every 1 cycle. For light cones, you can go past and future, a great free-to-play option. The battle isn't over, Bronya's light cone, or, her signature light cone, Earthly Escapade, which gives her crit damage, which she loves. Okay, now that we know how she works, let's get into the reason why Sparkle fell so behind and was basically power crept by every Harmony unit that came out after and before her. But first, let me say, as a Harmony unit, she isn't bad generally, but she definitely has a few underlying flaws with her kit. For example, she has 2 pretty much redundant traces, with the third not being a huge factor for most teams. For example, her trace that gives you a bit more energy for basic attacking. Overall, you want to always be using your skill on Sparkle so you can actually advance your DPS as much as possible. Because the more turns your Sparkle can give your DPS, the faster you can clear whatever content you're playing. Her other trace extends the crit damage buff given by her skill for 1 turn, which isn't really good considering you want Sparkle to be faster than your DPS, so there's not a lot of scenarios where your DPS will be going twice before your Sparkle will have her turn again. Just trace seems to be for Sealy, as she's always really fast. I can't think of anything else, except maybe Simulated Universe. Her Nocturne trace will increase the team's attack as long as they're Quantum, which falls into the mono Quantum team comps that never really went anywhere for reasons I'll explain later. Overall, really weak traces. None of them even give her crit damage. Despite her weird Quantum trace, Sparkle is a really versatile support. She's a general upgrade from Bronya, however, she seems to be in favor of having a Quantum DPS on the team. But ever since her release, we only ever gotten 1 Quantum unit, and it seems, ironically, Mono Quantum meta died when Sparkle was released, and what came after was a complete change in team archetypes. For a while, crit wasn't really on everyone's minds. With the release of Firefly, Boothill, and Harmony Trailblazer, the Super Break meta had begun, and older Harmony units like Ron May became much more valuable to those teams. Another long period of Sparkle being irrelevant began, and it didn't get any better. Robin and Aventurine was released in the midst of the Super Break meta and made follow-up attack teams incredibly powerful. Robin basically walked all over Sparkle, granting almost the exact same buffs and then some, especially to follow-up attack teams which Sparkle could no longer compete in. From the beginning of version 2.0 to now in 3.0, Sparkle seems to have completely lost her place amongst the titans of the Harmony path. Even the 1 Quantum unit that they did release doesn't need Sparkle, as he likes Robin more for various reasons that we just talked about. To rub more salt on the wound, they released another action advanced Harmony unit that the upcoming Remembrance meta will need, meaning Sparkle, as a worse action advanced unit than him, won't be needed. It's obvious now when they released Sparkle, she was just meant to be a support for Dongheng, as they literally have perfect synergy for each other. Our only hope now is for any of the upcoming units from Ambrosia to be Quantum, and likes having a lot of skill points. Even though she might be Remembrance, I hope castorice will be a Quantum and accept Sparkle with open arms. But with Tribbie, another Harmony unit coming out soon, it's going to be a while before we can find Sparkle another place in this meta. But like I said before, Sparkle is a good general support character. She'll never be best in slot in a lot of teams, but you can still place her in there and she'll do okay. So for now, until we can see what castorice does, just play with Herta. She's not bad with the Herta. General use, it's not bad. Thanks for watching. If there's any Sparkle lovers watching, let me know if you feel I was wrong about anything and other opinions you might have about Sparkle.